don't remember what the Raycon said. Oh, we got a phone call. And there it is, a boom lift. BOL says it's about 40,000 pounds. I don't know, we'll see. Or we won't, we're just gonna run it. It's only going 200 miles, man. It's only going 200 miles. And they also just called me back to see if I wanted to get a reload out of the place, out of the United Rentals that I'm going to. And I said, well, yeah, sure, what is it paying, right? And well, it's a round trip, right? So I'm gonna take this down to United Rentals, then they want me to reload at Rentals, come back here with another load going right back down. So, you know, we'll see what they're gonna talk about on the price. But here's what I did to secure this though. I did re-secure it because I did use the chain pockets, and then I got to thinking and looking underneath at the chain pockets. They're supposed to be rated at 6,600 pounds, but you know, judging from underneath, I kind of saw some cracks and broken spots on those chain pockets, so I don't trust them. So I went ahead and went around the two spools right here like so. So this is one chain, two binders. This is two chains and two binders on either side, right? And like, again, I was using all my chain pockets, but I decided against it. I don't need those things to fail and this thing to go down the road. So I feel a lot more comfortable set up like this. Again, one chain, two binders. We've got two 4-inch straps going across the top of the boom, and the basket has a 4x4 underneath it so it won't bounce around, and a 2-inch strap going right here to hold it securely in place. So this is what we got. This is what we're rolling with. Oh, got a strap down, broke, and I can see why, because this one's on its way out too. That damn chain is, all right, I gotta fix this. Well, we busted them both. So now I'm down two straps, so I'm gonna have to replace these two 4-inch straps, and I'm gonna have to put two more up there. Maybe we'll just do one more, but definitely gonna use this old busted strap as protection for so we don't do this again. You can always take old strap and use it to kind of act as like edge protectors. Let me go get my knife and we'll start cutting this up. All right, so now I've got me a nice thick piece of cardboard in between the strap and the chain link there. So hopefully shouldn't have any more issues out of that. This side I don't believe is sharp. I mean, it could be, but like I'm not even tall enough to really get up there and do anything. So that being said, we're gonna ride like that. And I'm gonna roll up these straps and keep them as like extra edge protection and things like that in this carpet here. Everything else is all right. I ain't gonna lie to you though. This was loose as hell. I don't know why it was loose. Maybe I failed to tighten it before I left, but I did notice that, so I tightened that up. Everything else didn't move. It was nice and tight. So, all right, onward. Woo! We are done for the day. I wish I could get my truck washed right now, but I don't have enough cash on hand to do that. So I'll probably wash it when I get paid or when I go home, because I like to wash it at home too. But just gonna check everything right now. That's not good. That should not be loose. But that's what happens when you have binders. Well, ratchet binders, right? And they're extremely lubricated right now. So, you know, they are gonna loosen up on you. I did stop and check this load about 3 or 4 times. So that's good. Parked next to a beautiful Peterbilt. That's a little bit loose. That's still tight, but I had to tighten that up a few times. That's all right. Beautiful Peterbilt, man. I'm embarrassed that I'm showing you my chains are a little bit loose right now, but I mean, that's the reality. That's tight. That's the reality though when you're using ratchet binders. Those are brand new ratchet binders. They are not Got no grime or nothing like that on there. But you know, every time I did, that's tight. So that one's just loose. When I stopped to do my first load check earlier, this one was loose. So I cranked it down. That one was tight. Now that one's loose. All this is good though. So anyways, I'm probably about 10 minutes from the drop. So I'm gonna shut it down right now, get it 10 hours in. I'm gonna get up here, do some exercise, crank out the dumbbells and the push-ups. And then I'll probably, I really should do some running. But anyways, oh, $6 a mile. That's what it paid. There is nowhere to park out here. Cow truck smells just like cow manure. There is nowhere to park out here. So this was about the best place that I could find to park. There's actually a truck that's broken down over here. Looks like he was going into a spot, or maybe he was leaving his spot, and he broke down right in the middle. Oh, no, he's still there. Hopefully nobody takes out my truck. I mean, there's plenty of room to get by. Now, if you got 2 trucks or something like that, they're gonna have to work it out. But this is no parking. Hopefully nobody tells me not to park here, because that would piss me off, because I ain't got nowhere else to go. That can't be good. I think you might have a brake problem or a wheel bearing or something. Oh. I have no idea what's going on in there. We can all hear it. Woo. Oh, and here we are at United Rentals, waiting on them to open this here gate so we can go in there and get ourselves unloaded. You heard me? Looking pretty over there, talking. Now I'm gonna try to call the brokerage and see if they'll give me that round trip. They had approached me yesterday about a round trip, leaving from here, going back up to Buffalo, then coming back down here and dropping on Monday. $6 a mile all the way. So I'm gonna try to do that, because the other 2 loads that I booked, one running up to Waco, picking up in Waco, and then going to San Angelo, and then another one picking up in Sweetwater, going to Florida. I don't have enough time to make it to my second pickup, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't, unless they're gonna stay late. So I would rather do this round trip and cancel those 2 loads, because it would suck for me to go up to Waco to pick up, go to San Angelo, and then be stuck out there because I can't make it to my next pickup to get me out of there. Don't want to do that. So let's see what happens. So I just talked to the broker. He's supposed to send me the Raycon for United Rentals for this load right here. Not this one on my trailer, but another one coming out of here, something else coming out of here, going back up to where I just came from, where I picked this up at, and then coming back from, I dropped that right back here. It's a round trip, $6 a mile all the way. So I'm definitely gonna cancel those 2 loads that I booked. One, because like I already told you, I don't have enough time, I don't believe, to go pick up that second load in Sweetwater after I drop out the first load that I already scheduled for today. And then, you know what? It is what it is. Money talks, bullshit walks. All right, we got a slight bit of rain, little sprinkling right now. Hopefully it doesn't get too much. This is coming off. I canceled 1 load. I left a message on the other one so they can call me back, so I can cancel that on them too. Unfortunately, the deal is, the whole reason why I canceled, because as much time as I'm spending right here right now to get unloaded, and then to deadhead to Waco, and then to spend time there to get picked up and loaded, and then the 3 or 4 hours it takes to get to the destination, and then the time it's going to take to get unloaded there too, by like 3 or 4, there's not enough not enough time for me to make it to my second pickup all in the same day. So that's really what forced my decision to cancel those 2 loads. Especially when I can reload right here, go back to where I came from, unload, reload over there, and and then come back here. Worst case scenario, unload on Monday, all for $6 a mile. So yeah, I don't have to stress myself for time. I don't have to rush. They're better. This is a better planned round trip than both of those loads. I mean, the grand total gross for the other one, if I would have knocked both of those out, would have been $3,300 for one load and $850 for the other one. I did that backwards, but $850 and $3,300, and that gives you, I don't know, 33 plus 8 is what? 4,200 and something change. Whereas I can just do this real easy, $2,400 and 412 miles round trip. And I don't have to stress myself. I can hang out in San Antonio for the weekend and do my thing. Yep. What? All right, I did just get rate confirmation for this round trip. I had him email it directly to me. So that's what we're working with. And he gave me the BOL number too. That way I can get these guys to start loading this equipment and get on out of here. Oh, and here's our next one right here. Getting the JCB forklift. Let's get it. I think he needs me to move this block away. Load him up, Ricky. Don't break the trailer. This one's definitely not as heavy as what just came off of here, to my knowledge. Could be wrong, but it definitely don't look like this is more heavy. I do not have the brakes set. I have air being supplied to the airbag right there. The wheel is chocked. Putting that lift on it. So this load is going right back to where I just came from for another $6 a mile. Easy deal, man, easy deal. I hope that's the only thing that they're putting on here. You get a thumbnail. Had this on slow-mo. So here's the final product, right? One chain, two binders, once again. I know this thing is definitely lighter than the JLG 120 that just came off of here. Another chain, two binders. Another chain, one binder. That's gonna hold the neck down, or the boom, whatever you wanna call that. And a 2-inch strap going across the ports. Now, I don't trust these chain pockets at all. You can tell underneath that, where's it at? Well, this side's okay, but the other side, you can see that there's cracks in the structure underneath the trailer. They're not secure enough to hold this. I wouldn't use it for anything other than what I'm using it for right now. I would not use it to secure the load itself though. I never do this either, but I did do it because I see people do it all the time and they swear by it. So I'm gonna give it a rock and roll today, but I prefer to do it like this. Now I'm gonna be stopping periodically to check my binders because these are brand new binders and they do come loose. But with that, let me go get my BOL and we'll get on down the road, doggy. Just dropped this one off. Now I'm going to get my paperwork signed and I'm picking up another one, leaving from here, going right back to San Antonio.
Or was it about that?
All right, man, this is getting too easy. Another $6 a mile right here. I can't even get off this block. Real easy. Strap over the forks, one chain, two binders, one chain, one binder. Good to go. This is a round trip. So the first one I brought over was $1,200. This one going back to around $2,400. Boom. Woo, boy. And we made it here with about 15 minutes to spare. I just need them to move this machine over here or on the other side of my trailer because I can't cut this corner and pump this dock at all. But yes, sir, that was an easy 12 hundo on 2 hundo. Super, super easy. But yeah, so they got this machine in my way right now. They didn't move that. Man, so yeah, unloaded here early this morning at 7 a.m. Took off out of here at 8 a.m. with a JLE 120, which is, I don't know what, no wait, that's what I dropped off. I dropped off this machine, actually, not this one. I dropped off this machine this morning. I dropped that off this morning for 12 hundo on 2 hundo. Then I went right back to the place that I loaded that and picked up one of them forklifts. Well, you'll see it. That's a cool looking machine right there. So I picked up one from here, took it back to where I picked that up from, another 12 hundo, and then I came right back here with this little bitty forklift for the same rate. Easy money. That's what are we gonna call that? We're gonna call that what it is, 36 and 2 days on 2, 4, 6 hundo.
Always in my views, but never in my likes. Keep lurking, bitch.